Derek. Cut Carter. Are you ready?
Yeah. Why you ask me?
Demond.
Oh.
Are you ready?
I am.
Mace. Are you ready?
What's up?
Jace. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
New
Welcome
PACT
to
Life.
episode 62 of the PACT Life podcast. I'm your host, Bruiser Carter, along with family. We have beside me, Cut Carter.
Bruiser, 62.
Hey, I'm using that 62.
Cutthroat.
At the bottom, we have Mace. To diagonally, we got Demond.
What's going on?
And last but not least, we got the returning man who loves to talk about the Saints. And we got a lot to talk about the Saints. We got my boy Jace. Gentlemen, how are you guys doing?
I'm good, man. Living life.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good.
Before we start, we talk about any sports, we got to talk about the recent protest that's been occurring in the United States and across the world. A lot of Black Lives Matter movements and others continue protesting throughout the week since we last recorded as a result to the death of George Floyd and other unarmed black women and men. Cut. What would you like to say about the recent movements you've been seeing?
Well, I'm glad it's still going on. That's kind of the big thing. Usually it lasts a week or it die down quick, but it's like the 11th day now of the protests and stuff. I think it's having a bigger impact now because of quarantine and social distancing, so people have more time on their hands to do the stuff they want to do, or the stuff they're passionate about. So I think that's good, but I am concerned about the fact that Corona's still going on, so it's like people can still get sick. That's one of the things I'm worried about. But outside of that, it's I think it's a good thing. I'm happy. Like I haven't really been on the front line, so I ain't gonna speak on that. I don't really know how that is. But I like the way it looked and stuff like that. I've been donating and signing petitions, doing my little part from home. But I'm glad to see it got momentum because it's like this stuff been going on forever. And I don't know about y'all, but I've been in like situations where it could have went left like that, or I could have got killed. So it's like you start to like reflect back and you be like, oh man, that could have been me. I was in a similar situation with guns drawn on me and stuff like that. So it's like I enjoy seeing it. I enjoy seeing the people get called out that's deserve to be called out for the stuff they say. So that's my spiel on it.
Mace.
Me and Allison, to the viewers who don't know who Allison is, that's my girlfriend. We're getting our tickets to go to Baltimore, my hometown, and we're going to the March on Washington 2020. So, I mean, I feel like that sums up how I feel. I've been in the house, I've been donating mostly, but I feel like that's going to be a monumental historic event. I mean, it is. I'm not going to call it a sequel like it's a movie, but it is the follow-up of the original March on Washington, which was in '63. And yeah, man, we all know this stuff is very important. As Derek said, we have kept the momentum going, and I like that. I think that's my favorite part of what's been going on recently with, obviously what kickstarted it obviously was George Floyd, but along with Breonna Taylor, along with Ahmaud Arbery, I really appreciate the longevity of this, and it needs to keep going. It needs to keep going because certain people will say that, don't protest in the streets, do it silently. But at the same time, when we did it silently, people didn't listen. Oof. But so and things are changing. They went from no arrest, the attorney general saying there's going to be no arrest, to him saying it's going to be third degree and manslaughter for that one guy, Derek Chauvin. And then moved from him upgrading it from third to second degree, and he arrested the other two officers behind the car who had his hand. So it's all doing something. I don't care what nobody who tries to talk down on it says. It's doing something. This is what we want. We need to keep it pushing. And if anyone else is going out there August 28th to March in Washington, I will see you
there. Good. One thing I liked about it was how on social media they've been advocating for them to reopen past cases that we thought would never be reopened. Like I saw a petition to get the one where the man died. When he died, they killed him and they put him in a wrestling mat and they didn't charge nobody for that in Georgia.
Kendrick Johnson.
Yeah, so I like that how they're not letting just the case that are occurring now just drive them. They're going after the cases in the past that happened years ago and be like, oh, this didn't go down right. And another thing I liked about the movement was the camaraderie of it all. I seen yesterday on Twitter a man was being interviewed after his house burned down, and he gave out a heartfelt interview saying he put everything he has into the house and it got burned down. Then somebody started a GoFundMe, and now he has, I think it's in the hundreds of thousands he has.
Yeah, I donated this morning. It was like at 350,000 when I donated.
Whew. That's what we got to do. Yes,
that was cool. I like that. You know what I'm saying? During these times and stuff. And he was crying, almost about to cry on the news.
Yeah.
I was like, that one kind of was like, okay. I don't usually do the GoFundMe things because I don't be, a lot of times, sometimes they scam and stuff. But now I feel like, something better than nothing. I'm just, I can't give $50,000 like some people, but I could potentially give 50 like Virgil. So.
Virgil. Damon, B, Jace, would you like to share any of your thoughts? Jason B on mute, so just let y'all know.
I would just like to say, don't forget about Corona. At the time like this, and I believe Derek says it best when we're talking in the group chat and stuff, you still have to be mindful of stuff that can happen. People have lost their parents and grandparents and people near and dear to them. So just be mindful of that while fighting for this cause. In addition to that, just use your platform to whatever way you see best. We're here on the podcast. People have been all over social media, but just do it the way that you feel portrays you best, and be safe while doing it.
B?
Y'all basically said everything.
Jay?
I just feel like this movement, well, not really much of the movement, but like the protests and the stuff like that, it shows how bad police brutality is, because people at the protests are getting snatched up for no apparent reason, going to jail. I had a partner, he just went to jail he got arrested on Saturday. He had to spend the rest of Saturday and Sunday in jail, and it was for crossing the street. They tackled him and all that, whole bunch of bull, So I just feel like it opens eyes more. And
was it in Atlanta?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Then the sports world was really affected by these protests as well. NFL, NBA, every major sports in the United States of America have taken notice.
You went out, bro. You went out.
You said what?
You went in and out on your voice.
I say every sports league in the United States of America has taken notice to these protests. The NFL, who as we know, famously blackballed Colin Kaepernick from the NFL, they released a statement today after multiple NFL stars did a Black Lives Matter video saying they will not be silent anymore and they will continue to speak on things that affect them and their community and their livelihoods. So it's a lot of change, but it's also some ignorance, and that's when we transition to Drew Brees and his comments. Drew Brees, he went on Yahoo Finance and said he will not. He said he will not. He doesn't respect anybody that will kneel during the national anthem, I believe was his comments. Am I correct, guys?
Yeah.
Would never respect or accept or stand with something like that with somebody that disrespects the nation or the flag or something.
Yeah, and he cited how his grandparents fought in World War II and how the flag gives him so much pride that he won't respect anybody that kneels. Then, as soon as that video released, social media lit him up. LeBron James called him out. Michael Thomas called him out. Tyrann Mathieu, Steven Jackson, Ed Reed. Just the whole storm came, and he later apologized the next day and released a statement on Instagram and Twitter. Jace, I'm gonna start with you on this one. How you felt about Drew Brees' comments? I know this really hurt everybody, really anyone from New Orleans, because Drew Brees repped the city like no other person. We looked at him as family. So how did his comments affect you?
Well, I want to start off by saying that Drew's always thought like this. He's done it before. I think past years when everything started happening with Colin, but I feel like he set himself up for one. The reporter, whoever the guy was doing it, asked him the question. He set himself up. All Drew had to do was either say no comment or just go. Because at the end of the answer, he said he gave a respectable answer for the civil rights movement and all that type of stuff. But the beginning of the answer was just so like he just missed the whole mark. He just messed up, and especially at the timing that it is right now with the protesting and police brutality, all that type of stuff going on right now, he just asked for it, honestly. If I'm gonna say that, he just asked for it, and I don't know if an apology will work for everybody. I mean, this man has been in my life for most of my life, watching him play for my favorite team, so his apology will probably work for me, but people that barely know Drew, especially not fans of Drew, stuff like that, yeah, they want to.
Yeah, good.
For me, like Jay said, it was very heartbreaking. You know what I'm saying? We grew up watching Drew Brees. Like, for me to get into college, they asked us to write a paper on the one person you're inspired by, one person you learned a lot from. And I picked Drew Brees like over LeBron at the time. And that was 2014, 13, somewhere in there. I wrote it. So like LeBron was like my favorite for what he was doing, but like for what Drew Brees did, because my thing was written about my city and like giving back to my city and my community and how I'm gonna try to change things. And if you look at Drew Brees kind of did that for New Orleans. He was kind of like the rebirth revival of New Orleans. Like, I know people say it's bigger than sports, but to New Orleans, the Saints meant everything that season. Like, some people from New Orleans might not like the Saints, but the way the city felt and the way the vibe was after he was there and after he won the Super Bowl and everything, it was like unmatched as far as like, because like when the Saints winning, it's like people don't really stress about much for the most part. It's like New Orleans is upbeat and like Louisiana is upbeat. So the closest feeling we had to that is this year's past with LSU. But I was disappointed, and he apologized, and I, like Jay said, he been felt like this. He said this 4 years ago when they asked him about kneeling, and he couldn't see it then. And the thing is, I did hold it against him. I was mad about that. But the crazy thing is, the players didn't say nothing either. They felt the same way as he did. Some of the people in the video that just dropped didn't kneel or do nothing about it either.
Back in 2016 when Cap was doing it?
Yeah, nobody said nothing. The only person that stood up with Cap was Eric Reed, Malcolm Jenkins, Kenny Stills. So it's not really that many people that was down with the cause for real. But I feel like now, 2020, people feel like it's a new year. People got time to reflect. People stuck in the house. You training at your house. You don't really go nowhere. You're not interacting with many people. So you got time to reflect. And you reflect and you realize, dang, this is all Kaepernick was doing. And then in Brees' case, oh, well, I don't care. I just don't want you to disrespect the flag. And that's like rock bottom. So for me, I don't necessarily accept his apology right now. I think he got to show me that you with the cause.
I agree.
Matt Ryan donated $500,000 today. Show me, do something like that. Speak with your wallet. Because, I mean, that's the only way you're going to prove it. I know you. Like, I know your money outside of family, your money probably the most important thing after that. So speak with your wallet. You got the money. You got more money than Matt Ryan. You could do that. Cause Matt didn't say nothing like that, and I respect that. You never heard him say nothing like that, even if he do feel that way. But it's better to just be quiet than speak negatively or in the like. Cause people saying he's just giving his opinion. Well, if your opinion is against the movement, it's not an opinion. It's like against what everybody else got going on. And if you like against us, you ain't with us. And if you against us, like, you know what I'm saying, it's up. Like, we not
basically an enemy.
Right, you the enemy. And not everybody backpedaling. He backpedaled, Jake Fromm backpedaled, Roger Goodell backpedaled. Everybody on backpedal. But that don't prove nothing because everybody doing it because you don't want to look like a racist. So go ahead.
Oh, I was about to say, I agree with what Shannon Sharp said earlier today. He was like, as the season begins to like pick up steam to come back, I think Josh Allen, what he did, draft day, gonna start come back and get him.
What he did.
It was, remember his stock dropped in the draft in 2017 because they released some racist posts he had on his Twitter.
And I mean, Joe had a borderline racist post, but he was the first person to speak out. Joe Burrow.
Yeah,
he was the first person to say, I don't understand what the issue is. And I doubt he even talked to the team before he made his statement. The Bengals, it looked like he just tweeted it because that's how he felt. And I think this last season, him probably playing with that LSU team and seeing how many black people who was on that team opened his eyes some. Like, his best friends on the team were Thaddeus Moss and Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Mm-hmm.
Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase, the reason he looked so well, you know what I'm saying, they helped him look good. So I think you play, and like they say, the NFL is 70% black. How you play with all the black people and then gonna come out and say something like that?
He treat it like a job, just go in.
Yeah, as I say, he probably plays and goes home about his business. He don't hang with them. And he older than everybody pretty much on the team. Drew, 41. Everybody else on the team, and the oldest person might be 35, 36. So you're in a black city, bro. You can't move like that. And that's what, you know what I'm saying, that's what kind of make it worse. So people that got beef with Drew Brees, that's fine. But most people I feel like that's coming out and talking a lot too, because we live in Atlanta, there's a lot of Saints haters. But it don't affect my team at all. I'm still cheering for my team. It's the New Orleans Saints, not the Drew Brees Saints. So with or without Drew, if this is his last season or whatever, still my squad. That's another thing I want to say. People I hate them now, and I'm like, bro, okay.
DeMar.
Well, I think from the football perspective, the timing of Drew Brees saying something like this, with people already questioning what we had fans at the game. So now, in the light that he's received, that may not be as positive. You also look at how – I'm sorry. Is it still going off?
You good?
Okay. How his linemen protect for him, how his teammates play around him. It'd be different. To me, it would still be negative, but it'd be different if he was a running back or a cornerback or something like that. He is a quarterback. He is the leader of a team, a leader of a city.
He's in the NFL record books. Like, everybody like people knock Drew Brees, but it wasn't just because of his personality. Like, because of the stats, but as a person, people really love Drew Brees. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, but as far as the football aspect, I think regardless, Michael Thomas and people can say earned. We hear what we have to say. He spoke with us, but stuff like that until we see that chemistry on the field, and if it's just as good, I mean, now you have something that you have to work back on. You have to rebuild that chemistry. And the first sign of something going left, it could be drawn back to that. We're going to hear it from media. We're going to hear it from other teams. And so one of the biggest things I think in football when you look at a player is their character and how they respond to adversity. And this not only affects Drew Brees, but it will affect the entire Saints team. So we'll just have to see how they move going forward.
If I can just address something Damon said, Bruce, you referenced Shannon Sharp's 5-minute video earlier. I watched the same thing. I loved it just as much as you did, probably. How do y'all feel about Shannon Sharp's suggestion that, hey, bro, you should probably just hang it up because then maybe things won't be the same after this. Do y'all think that was a little bit too much for him to say that, or to what extent do y'all agree or disagree with that statement?
I'll go first. When it first happened, my mama said Drew Brees should retire because, like, and you know my mama, we love the Saints. Like that's our culture around. Like that's our family tradition. We love the Saints, and she said our best player in franchise history leads the league in all these awards and stats and record books. Just hang up the cleats because what he said was just poor timing. I think I agree with Shannon Sharpe to an extent. I know they came out and said they had a team meeting with Sean Payton and everything. They accept his apology, but deep down they don't accept his apology for real. Cause like Demond, you kept retweeting this Michael Jordan when he was like, he said it then, but he, like I forgot what he said, but that's not his true intentions. Basically, that was the gist of it. If those were his true intentions, he would have said it from the jump. He wouldn't said nothing at all. So him retiring, I think that's very much in play. I don't think because let's say we start 0-2, and he's been playing poorly. Like DeMonte, the media gonna be eating that up, and he might hang it up like mid-season type of thing. Like he couldn't handle the pressure. Because just recently in New Orleans, like 2 days ago, they had a F Drew Brees chant going. So I think he lost the city, he lost the team, and he has to like Cut said, he got to prove it. He got to prove it with his wallet, with his actions, and his charitable efforts. Because I don't think Drew is racist by any stretch of the imagination. I just think he's tone deaf, and he's just like stuck in his ways, like how old people are. Like the joke be like boomers, they stuck in their ways, they don't want to change. I think he's one of them. So yeah, that's what I got to say.
I'll go next. I feel like I don't think he should retire, but as Derek said, if his intentions are true on, hey, I want to show that, hey, I'm willing to understand where you guys are coming from. You don't just fall in with the rest of the crowd. You are one of these forefront leaders. You should be retweeting and posting on your story. I know celebrities don't do that as much as we do, but I haven't heard anything from him regarding the video that these players put out yesterday. I haven't heard anything from him today as far as Roger Goodell's video. Nothing, now he's back under the curtain. So will we hear from Drew Brees again? Does he feel like him not saying anything is the solution? In my opinion, I don't think you can do that and move forward successfully. You have to be willing to. And I just want to say, when I read his statement, it just didn't sound sincere to me. It sounded like he was trying to defend his comments. And to me, the first step is acceptance and saying that you were wrong. And he still hasn't done that. So, like I said, I don't know the conversations that he's had with players like Michael Thomas, DeMario Davis behind closed doors. But until we are able to see him do something money-wise or media-wise, stepping up and saying, I'm wrong, then I think retiring may be the best option for him.
He's not going to.
Unfortunately, but if his health is a question,
I'm just saying, I know, like, he's not going to retire. He way too committed to the game to retire. So now is the time we got to kind of pick a side, but he in a situation where he's not going to lose his job unless he don't want it right now. Like,
well, the NFL is a never say never league, and I never thought I would hear something like this come out of his mouth. So
yeah, but he's not going. The NFL won't. You're not going. You can't fire your leading passer in yards and touchdown. They won't. You can't make him not play. You can't make them feel a certain way. Richie Incognito in the league, and we know he racist. Yeah, he's no Drew Brees. He's not. I don't understand how he got a job at all. To be honest, but the NFL said they're gonna make it up. I really don't believe nothing they say. Like the difference, like it really came down to when the NFL started doing all this. A lot of black people stopped watching football. We did it because we love football. That's just what it came down to. We didn't really care about the race stuff. Like we knew what it was. It was like we watch football. All the other political and other social justice stuff we don't care about. But now it's like a time where if you on the wrong side of social justice, you will get blackballed, basically. Like you will feel it in your pockets for the most part. all 50 states having protests. So now is not the time to kind of straddle the fence. You got to pick a side. But Drew not going to retire. I don't think he should retire right now, but he needs to, like I said, put his money where his mouth is, or go protest, go do something.
I feel he's not gonna retire because he's been our quarterback for like, I don't know, like 13, 14 years, something like that.
Yeah.
And they've been through. If Drew retires, it's gonna be for a football reason. If the teammate chemistry not there, okay, then it might be his time for him to hang it up. But a football reason like him, like if like the Minnesota Miracle or the no call, I could see him retiring after something like that because that's a football reason. But something like this, there's a possibility, but I just don't see it happening. I don't see Drew going out like that. 13 years of me knowing him, I just don't see it happening.
I think this is last year regardless.
I agree, but Jace, like, did his comment shock you when he said that or no?
I mean, it shocked me that he said it on a interview. That would shock me. I was like, maybe like a tweet or something, maybe, but on the interview when it came out his mouth, yeah, that shocked me. Because I like Cut said, like when I said he said it before, like 4 years ago when Cap was like at its peak. So it didn't really shock me, but I was like, I just wish, and it shocked me about when it happened. The timing was just horrible. In the middle of all the protests and everything, it was just a horrible timing, and I knew it was gonna blow up. I knew everybody was gonna just, yeah.
My boy sent me the tweet, and I thought they was referencing the old one. So I was like, oh, I noticed already. But then I clicked on it, it said 2020. Yeah. Then it was a virtual interview. I was like, oh, God. So, damn. I don't know. It's just.
I got so many text messages. Oh, this your quarterback? This your quarterback? Like, everybody know, like.
Bro, got to get together, bro. I'm wishing him the best.
You do.
But it's you people don't understand, like, growing up in Louisiana, being from Louisiana, and, you know, watching him as a kid. Like, I don't think people get that aspect of it and how much he meant to a lot of people. Like, football players in the league grew up watching Drew. Deion Jones and Caleb Vaughn, Chase on. Like, the whole all the LSU players is from New Orleans. Like, everybody if you're from Louisiana, you watch Drew Brees. Yeah. So, I mean, and if you're not, you might watch him too. And I'm saying, like, that meant a lot to us. So, like, people talking about, like, they heartbroken. I'm like, yeah, I'm heartbroken. Like, that was tough to see, especially somebody you really thought was cool. You know what I'm saying? You thought he was, you know what I'm saying? I know how you feel about being patriotic and stuff. I understood that. I get that.
And we knew he was a Republican.
He don't listen. He not listening because it's like it has nothing to do with the flag or the military. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's disrespecting the military.
Right.
We actually respect the military more than we respect police officers if you listen. Some people don't respect the military because they don't believe in war. That's some people. But I don't have a problem with the military and people fighting for the country. That's never been a problem. We got family members that have served. I don't know too many people that don't have a family member that served, especially out the black community, because for some people, that's the only option after high school is to go to the military. They don't have no other options. Or trap. So, I mean, I'm just being real, though. That's what it is. It's trap or go to the military. Or if you don't go to school and most people out the hood not going to school.
Last thing before I switch the topic from Drew Brees, I forgot who tweeted this, but a journalist was like, "Isn't this the point that you should acknowledge the ignorance, then help him see the light rather than just tearing him down on social media?" Do y'all agree with that statement?
You can try to help him see the light, but he's 41 years old. Most people by that point, you can't really change how they think.
Yeah, that man has been in the black community for how long? Maybe not as, he's been around black people for long enough to where if you didn't develop that empathy in the community that you're in at your big age, you wasn't never going to figure it out. That's just how I personally feel. He's not like
New Orleans ain't never had like a real big case. I don't think that went forefront with the cops killing somebody, like except a rapper got killed like last week or something. But it was never too big with the police killing black people, most New Orleans murders mostly be like black on black, crime in general. I'm not gonna say black on black crime. I was just talking to John about that. That's another thing I wanted to say while I'm on here, I guess, on this platform. I don't like the black on black crime. Crime is crime. So it shouldn't be black on black. We don't say white on white crime. We just say crime. So why don't we say black on black crime when it's just crime? I don't get that. It shouldn't be like, does it change crime on crime? And the point we was trying to make to like white on black crime, because it's like some police are at a, held to a standard when they kill people, but white people will kill black people because they're black, which is like Ahmaud Arbery. Those weren't police officers. He was a former police officer and his son. Or like Trayvon Martin. He wasn't no damn police officer. He was just somebody that thought he was patrolling something. He wasn't no officer. But my favorite quote from the last 10 days is, "A ain't never killed a nigga for being a," and that's what I gotta feel. That's how I feel on that. And a white person probably ain't never killed a white person for being white. It's crime. Huh?
Carl.
Oh no, that jump went viral. I don't know who tweeted it first. He never killed a nigga for being a. I was like, oh my God, that's the perfect way to say it. It's facts though.
That's real.
Black people we don't kill each other for being black. That ain't the reason. It's probably something else, but it ain't that.
Yeah,
that's the issue.
How did you guys feel about the celebrities and companies doing the black box on Instagram and releasing statements saying that they stand with black businesses? Not the first to second day after the protest, but like 5 on Monday and Tuesday when it became popular. And I felt it became trendy that companies and celebrities were releasing those statements. I didn't find most of them sincere. How'd you guys feel about them?
Some might have been sincere.
Yeah, I feel like most of that is just for an image. I just seen a picture of Kendall Jenner, right? I'm pretty sure y'all have seen it on Twitter. And she's trying, she has her hands up, but her shadow, it don't have a poster. The picture has her hands up with a Black Lives Matter poster, but her shadow don't got a Black Lives Matter poster, like a poster period behind her. So it's like she just put that on there, just show people I'm with y'all, quote unquote. So I feel like the companies probably just don't want to get they shit burnt down. That's probably the reason why they doing all that.
and they're not trying to lose money for real.
Yeah, and then the celebrities not trying to be another Drew. They're not trying to tarnish their image like that. So I feel like it's just, how it is when the police officers kneeling and stuff like that. I hate seeing that, folks celebrating that the police officers are kneeling. That don't mean that they ain't gonna go 30 minutes later and go snatch somebody up for no reason. I don't understand that. I wouldn't applaud somebody for kneeling when that's not the whole point of the protest. It's not. So
yeah, and the spot and it showed that really old white dude in Buffalo, New York.
Oh,
the spot that he was leaked, bro. His brain was hemorrhaging out of his ears. That same exact spot 2 days ago. Police was kneeling. So that show, and it wasn't the police. They walked right past his body.
Right. The first person to address him were the military.
Yeah.
And a lot of military are also being pulled out because they talking about the president. I don't even know what to call him at this point. Dude incited it or whatever, but he talking about he gonna get the military to shoot looters and all this. First of all, military can't shoot on civilians. One, it's not Call of Duty. It's not a Call of Duty mission. Then, like they said, the military is meant to protect the Constitution and the civilians. It never was meant to protect a certain party or do none of that. They really not supposed to even get into politics as far as the way they think. But everybody have an opinion. Everybody do. But bro, it's just a bad time. I feel like as far as politics go, all around politics is bad. But I feel like people gotta understand that it's not just about the presidential election. You gotta vote in all of them. Every time you see an election, you just gotta vote regardless. And I know, and another bad thing is when people be like, we did vote and we got a Democrat. Minneapolis got Democratic people around there, and they still got the same issues going on because they're not worried about the right stuff. People say they're gonna get in there and be, for the people, but they only focused on budgets and I would say education, but they don't focus on that. They just worry about a budget. they I don't know what they get in there and do. To be honest, what's changing? I don't get it because it's not education. It's not police reform. It's not giving back to the community. I think they just end up to get a check. To be honest, they make a decent amount as a politician. That's all I can think of. Because, bro, the education in most states is subpar, except for certain areas.
Yeah, pass a bill that really don't mean.
Pass a bill, and they might decriminalize weed to make us happy, make people happy a little bit, but they're not doing nothing, bro. It's like they now the pressure's on them, and now like people, because like Kentucky really is just disappointing. I don't understand how people could live there. Like the Breonna Taylor situation is just terrible. They took her husband or boyfriend to jail as if he was the problem. But they came in his house, he got his gun, he in jail longer than they've been in jail. They ain't been in jail yet. They killed a man at a protest in Kentucky. The senator from Kentucky is the reason that the lynching bill they trying to pass hasn't went through. What's his man's name? Mitch McConnell. Like, it's all kind of just bad shit coming out of Kentucky.
Yeah. How did you guys feel about Black Twitter canceling other Black celebrities like Desi? I forgot the other lady name. B. Simone, her canceling her and like other celebs because of their views on the rioting and the quote unquote looting.
Hey, Drewski too now. But,
Drewski.
I'll go first.
They not really canceling them. I don't think. I think it's just a matter of they mad at them and they not rocking with them right now. But Drewski didn't even really respond to anything that was said to him. He's still doing pretty well. He been at Odell House in LA or whatever. He not really.
Yeah. Bruiser said something about Drew Brees. He doesn't feel like he's racist. He's tone deaf. I'm not bringing it back to Drew Brees. I don't really agree with that statement, but I'm not bringing it back to Drew Brees. Yeah, they were just tone deaf. Drewski was on the news, just being funny. And like, he's not racist. He's just a little bit stupid. You know,
he's not a coon. Yeah, he's not being against the movement.
Last time I was on the podcast, the rules of language were a lot different.
The first word?
No, I'm just messing with you. It's not. I'm just messing with you. But yeah, but like he didn't what's the other guy's name? Desi, he didn't say nothing that like put the Black community down. He was just like, man, he was just kind of, peace and love. We should love each other.
Well, Dell did that too. It's a
little tone deaf. It lacks a little bit of awareness, but cancel someone who's cancel someone who's speaking out against the Black community. He wasn't speaking out against us. He was just trying to be a little bit too lovey-dovey with it.
Yeah.
He's from the heart of Atlanta. Like I don't know him, but I know people who know him personally. He's from the heart of Atlanta, bro. Like he's not. So I don't know, but I feel my way.
He's a cool dude. I seen him in Publix. Like I had family in town from Arkansas. He took a picture with one of my cousin boyfriend and stuff. Like he's not a bad person by any means. He's real. I think he grew up real, in the city, but he grew up in the church as well. And his family is kind of like real, old school Atlanta Black people. You know what I'm saying? That like around when Martin Luther King was doing all that stuff and all that. So
his idea, love our neighbor Black people.
Yeah, people see Martin Luther King and think it's peaceful, but they don't understand like it was peaceful for what their intention were, but the people still were doing stuff. The police were still doing stuff to them, like the hoes and the dogs and all that stuff. And it's almost like this is similar to that. They're doing the same stuff now that they were doing 50 or 60 years ago, however long it's been. And I think he just was trying to say people shouldn't be looting. But the crazy thing is the black people were looting, but it wasn't all Black people. And it wasn't, I don't even think we started the looting. Because Black people like Black people do certain stuff, but the thing that got me was the burning stuff. I said, Black people don't burn stuff. That's not our style.
Yeah, we don't burn nothing, bro.
We don't burn homeless people's stuff. Like who?
Yeah.
Like
why would we do
that?
Like the media clearly sees that it's white people, but like that clip said, she was like, I hope that's one of the employees just going in and getting stuff out the store. But if let that be a Black person, they'd be like, it's looting. So like the media, the way they tell things is like,
and that's why they got
too. Yeah, and we know that the media is biased. Like. Right. But some way, somehow that has to change because the stereotypes and everything that comes along with the media, like my professor said, the media is dangerous, and the way they paint the picture, especially because we know our young generation know that don't trust the media. There's other sorts of information, but like the older generation and 50 and up, they look at the news like, oh, they're looting. Another example in New York when the
police, the Black News Network, man. Me and John
yeah.
was talking about that.
Yeah, I heard y'all. In New York, the police car they rammed into people. When the media stopped it when the first car gone up a little bit, but on Twitter you could clearly see that the New York police car just like try to run over people, and the people got mad, started stumping on the car. So the media is dangerous. Make sure you always fact check your information, especially during these times. It's with social media.
Right.
Did you guys have anything else to talk about with the protest?
No, I'm kind of ready to switch gears. It's sometimes it get exhausting talking about the same thing.
Yeah, I agree.
And it get like real upsetting. But like Jamal Adams said, Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter. Yes, sir.
Did y'all see the video?
Jamal?
Jamal Adams and Odell and everybody?
Yeah.
Odell was very compelling at the end, huh?
That was the best part.
That was I ain't gonna lie, I bust out laughing because it was his serious. I bet they was like serious. He said, "Black lives matter."
Yes, sir.
Felt it though. I respect it.
Okay, we're gonna predict the NFC North today. Do you guys want to do one division or do two divisions?
I'd say one.
Okay, we do the NFC North. Sharing my screen now.
Why we can't do two? That thing line.
Okay, NFC North. So currently, as you guys know, we've been predicting the NFL schedules for each division and each team in the division. So right now we have the NFC North, the Vikings 4-2, Packers 3-3, Bears 3-3, and the Lions 0-6. We will start with the Detroit Lions. Week 1, Bears visit Detroit.
Bears.
I got Lions.
I got the Lions. Jason Mace.
I got Lions.
All right. Week 2, Lions versus Packers in Green Bay.
Packers.
Got Green Bay. You say you got Detroit?
Who?
You.
No.
Oh. Week 6 off the bye, Lions versus Jaguars.
Jags.
I'll take the Lions.
Yeah, I like the Lions too. I don't think the Jags. I think the Jags getting Trevor. I don't think they're gonna win them too many games this season. Free Leonard. Week 8, the Colts off a bye in Detroit.
Colts.
I like the Colts.
I like the Colts.
Week 9, Lions versus Vikings in Minnesota. I like Minnesota.
Vikings.
I'll take Vikings.
Okay. Week 12, Texans versus Lions in Detroit. The Thursday night.
Texans.
This is Thanksgiving.
Texans.
I'll take the Lions.
I'll take the Lions on Thanksgiving. They always play on Thanksgiving. I just think that they're going to have a sense of wanting to win this game over the Texans.
Deshaun.
Yeah, I got Deshaun.
Mace.
I don't know if he's in here still.
Yeah, hate to see it. How we doing a tiebreak for this?
Come back to it.
Yeah.
All right. Week 13, Lions at Bears. I'll take
Bears. That's Soldier.
Bears.
Okay. Green Bay versus Lions. I'll take Green Bay.
I'll take Green Bay. That game.
Okay.
Lions versus Titans in Tennessee. Give me the Titans. Derrick Henry going to be running wild at the later stretch in December.
Oh, no. No, give me Tennessee.
And week 17, Vikings versus Lions.
Vikings.
I'll take the Lions.
I take Minnesota. I think Minnesota will need this game for as they battle for Green Bay for the number 1 spot.
So we got them going 1
So right now I'm at 2-13. Tell me why y'all think the Texans are gonna beat the Lions. And whoever got a more compelling argument between you and y'all versus us, and we'll pick by that.
The Texans have the better quarterback. I think their defense will be playing better as a unison. Yes, I think their defense will be playing better as a unison. I think the Lions got Okuda, but I don't think that'll be enough to stop Deshaun throwing the ball on them or running and scrambling when he need to scramble. I think Brandon Cooks can literally take the top off over there, literally. Unless Okuda follow him, which would then leave Fuller open. They're full of health. We talking about a healthy Lions team. We ain't talking about predicted injuries. I just don't think the Lions got enough to beat too many people at all.
Even on Thursday night on a short week on Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving too. I feel like Deshaun gonna show up, bro. Like I feel like
I think this is his first Thanksgiving game. I think
like,
this is when he would want to shine.
Yeah, I feel like it falls on Deshaun. I feel like he gonna do it. So,
Demar, why you think the Lions will win this game?
So I hear Derek talking about Okudah, and if he follows them, that'll dictate the game. I get he's a first-round draft pick and all, but one player doesn't make a team. One player doesn't make a defense. You still have the Lions who are a Patricia-led defense. You look at the acquisitions they brought in. They traded for Deron Harmon, who has played in Patricia's system before, led the league, or was tied for the league lead in picks. They also brought in Desmond Trufant. So that's another corner opposite of Okudah, who can run with Cooks, who can run with
Trufant can run with Cooks?
In a cover 3, and he's not pressing.
When Trufant was in Atlanta and he played against the Saints, Cooks ate him.
That's fine. They're both in different spots now for a reason. Then the Lions also have Jamie Collins, who had one of the best grades in Pro Football Focus last year. So
PFF Demar.
Reggie Ragland, they brought in Geronimo Allison. The Lions did a lot this year to get better, and the Texans
did a lot. Did you say Geronimo Allison?
I'm saying they brought in a lot of guys to bring depth. So the Lions did a lot to get better or make an effort to get better, and the Texans made an effort to get worse. So that's why I'll take the Lions.
The Texans' worst is still better than the Lions' best.
Yeah, they lost their best player, but it didn't.
Still better.
The Lions
It is what it is.
The Lions aren't good, bro. I'm sorry. Like we got them 2-14 for a reason.
I'm gonna side with Texans. I'm just go about best quarterback. They kind of convinced me, but you convinced me too, Demond. But we gotta keep it going.
I understand.
Lions. We have the Lions finishing 2-14. Next, the Chicago Bears.
And they get a new quarterback.
Which week do you think Nick Foles play?
4 or 5.
I don't think he plays.
You don't think Nick Foles plays after they trade him?
You got Mitch playing all season?
Yeah, I think Trubisky's playing all year.
I can see it.
No, tell me why. Tell me why before we predict.
This is it. I mean, this is it. They did not pick up a 5th-year option. Allen Robinson is frustrated. I think he's on his way out if he doesn't get it together because he's not going to stay and play with Nick Foles. Nick Foles is not transcending your career. Neither is Trubisky, but if he's able to come out this year and show something, I mean, like I said, they have the weapons somewhat in Chicago to get it done. I think they have to do a better job of getting Tariq Cohen some plays and get him the ball in his hand the way they did when they were a playoff team. So I think Matt Nagy, former coach of the year, will do what he needs to do to put Trubisky in a position to succeed. I don't see him giving up on him this year. I think he's going to ride with them all the way this year, and if they have to give it up, the defense is too good for them to be in a position to get Trevor Lawrence or Justin Fields. So next year you let Foles take over, but you got to let Trubisky run it out this year. In my opinion.
Before we go, who won the Khalil Mack trade, the Bears or the Raiders?
The Bears.
How did whoa. What?
The Bears have been to the playoffs and had a not number one ranked, but we know how dominant that defense was, leading the league in defensive touchdowns. What Khalil Mack did, he was single-handedly in the position for Defensive Player of the Year. Then you look at the Raiders on the other side, they were bottom in the league in sacks the year after he left.
Yeah, but that was before the new rookies came out.
I understand that they brought in, John Abram didn't play a single game. So at this point, it still may be too early to tell. But if you're asking me right now, I'd say the Bears won it.
You think about it, like hindsight, like the Raiders just got a couple fumbles and sacks. That's all they really got out the whole trade. So
I'll take the Raiders right now. Josh Jacobs almost won Offensive Rookie of the Year. Max Crosby was getting sacks. Did Mullen come from that Bears pick or no?
I don't think so.
Okay, then who did they draft this year? They drafted Ruggs. Was Ruggs from that Bears pick?
Oh yeah.
They got Ruggs and who else in the first round this year? I forgot.
Damon Arnett from
Okay,
OSU.
yeah, Arnett from OSU. So the Bears didn't want a playoff game with Khalil Mack. We all know the famous field goal, doink doink, and he missed it because the kicker couldn't get the job done. But I would take Oakland. But we all know after a trade like this, long term the Raiders would win, and the Bears did it for right now. So I just wanted to see what your guys thought. Week 4, Colts at Bears. I'll take the Bears.
Give me the Bears as soldier.
Yeah, I'll take Bears.
All right. Week 9, Chicago at Tennessee.
Titans.
Who you went on that one? Colts or Bears?
I went Bears.
Okay.
You would win Colts?
Yeah.
Week 9, Bears at Titans.
Titans.
This is
give me Chicago. Give me Chicago.
What'd you say, Cut?
Titans.
Give me. I ain't trying to do another tiebreaker though.
I know.
I'm gonna pick the Titans, but I do think the Bears will win this game. Monday Night Football, Vikings at Bears. I'll take Minnesota.
Vikings.
Give me Chicago. Kirk Cousins struggles mightily at Soldier Field every time.
Jace.
I want Chicago too.
Oh, God damn it. Okay, we'll give it to you this time.
Mm-hmm.
Off the bye, they go to Green Bay, week 12.
That's the Bears one. That's the one they win.
I'll take Chicago too.
They're going to split, so yeah, I go Chicago.
Week 14, Texans at Bears.
Texas.
Bears. You give me the Bears at home. And
because it depends. That O-line didn't get better for them, did it? The Texans O-line?
Nope, no, I don't think so.
Yeah, so then that's when he be running for his life. And Khalil Mack, somebody you don't really want to run from.
Week 15, Chicago versus Vikings. I'll take Minnesota at home.
Vikings.
I'll take Minnesota at home, yeah.
Week 16, Bears at Jaguars. I do think they get upset this game in Duval.
I'll take the Bears.
Cut, Jace. Week 16.
Debating.
I'll go Bears.
I think the Jags can beat them.
I think it's a trap game for sure.
It's up for
The
grabs.
Jags defense not.
Cause they 8-6. Yeah, they 8-6, bro. That's a little stretch. They're not going. They want yeah. Jags.
Well, this schedule is sweet though. It's not like all that. It's not tough as it.
That's why I can live with 8-8.
So why do you guys think the Bears will win this game?
It's the end of the season too. So,
but I don't. But I don't think the Bears have that like level of we need to win this game in December like type of mentality on that roster. I don't think.
I really want to do the AFC South now because I really want to see who the Jags play.
Well, we can do the Jags after just the Jags and then do them whole AFC South next week.
Okay.
I'll take yeah. I mean, I got the Bears.
You're going with me this time, so Jags.
And Packers
if we look at the rest of their games and we see that they don't need to win that game, then we can switch it.
Who, the Jaguars?
Yeah.
Okay. And week 17, Packers at Bears. I think Green Bay wins.
Yeah.
Packers.
Okay. So right now we have the Bears at 8-8. On to the Green Bay Packers schedule. Week 1, Packers at Vikings.
Vikings win that one.
I like Minnesota to win this one.
I got Green Bay. I just don't think Minnesota has done anything to put them in a position to compete with Green Bay.
Yeah, give me Green
I think
Bay.
the Vikings could sweep them.
Sweep the Packers?
Crazy. The Packers just swept them, I think.
The Packers did sweep them, but they now have a playoff win. Kirk Cousins on their team.
Yeah, give me the Packers.
Y'all killing me. So wait, do you guys think they're splitting?
No, I think Green Bay split.
Yeah,
You think they splitting, Jake?
Yeah, I think they should.
Stephon too. Yeah, Cook. Give me Packers.
My boy Justin gonna do good.
Okay, week 7.
Maybe not the first game, but definitely week 8.
Yeah, I think I'm picking the Vikings week 8. I think they will split. Packers at Texans. That's
Packers.
That's gonna be a good game. I don't Texas.
Yeah.
Hopkins though. Give me the Packers.
I think that's a bounce back game for them after Tampa Bay. I'm gonna take Green Bay.
Cut and Jace.
That's it. Green Bay.
Oh, there you go. Week 10 Jaguars at Green Bay. I think that's
Packers.
Week. Week 11 Packers at Colts.
Packers.
I got the Colts.
I like the Colts.
This is when the Packers get hot. Packers got to win these games, and that'll put them at 10 wins. That sounds realistic to me.
I think they lose this game, but then go on their run.
No, they're not. Y'all got them losing back to back if they lose that game. I know. Yeah,
it's possible.
They're not losing to the Colts and Bears back to back.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Bears and Colts back to back.
I got the Packers winning that one, man.
Jace,
I got Packers.
See, these AFC South games got people thinking, huh?
No.
Yes. You want to see who the coach play? Why would bro? I don't know about Phillip Rivers and them doing that, man.
They're gonna be nice. I got the
Colts roster.
You said they're gonna be nice.
Okay. What about Week 16 Titans versus Packers?
Ooh.
I like the Packers though.
Packers.
So you don't think you think the Packers are going 11-5?
It's possible.
Okay, give it to the Colts. But what game did y'all pick that I didn't agree with for them to win? I had them losing to the Vikings twice. Yeah.
Yeah. So right now we have the Packers at 10-6.
Oh, even if they don't lose to the Vikings twice, they will lose to the Eagles.
You got the Vikings sweeping them?
That's crazy.
I think Vikings can't sweep them.
That's crazy to me.
I think the Packers not gonna be in sync this year with that Jordan Love pickup. I honestly don't.
That's why I got him at 10-6.
I did too.
And lastly, the Minnesota Vikings out of the NFC North. Week 2, Vikings versus Colts.
Colts.
I got the Colts.
Okay, I like the Colts. Week 3, Titans versus Vikings.
Titans.
I think Vikings. I got the Vikings. I don't think the Titans don't win games early on.
Yeah, the Vikings defense at home is stout. So.
I had them in the first week. That's why I could see them going one and then losing 2 straight.
Week 4, Vikings at Texans.
Texans.
Let me get the Vikings. And I say that because they don't have a run game, so they definitely don't have nobody to stop that pass rush. So I got the Vikings now.
Jace?
I got Texans.
The Vikings win this game, y'all will have them going.
I'll take the Texans.
Yeah, y'all will have 11-5.
I got them losing to the Seahawks, Bruce. So yeah, that's why I say you could give the Texans the win.
What a Seahawks game at?
That one.
Oh, I'm sure, but I can't see it. Week 13, I think they beat the Jaguars. So we have. Hold on, let's go by conference. The NFC playoff picture would be number 1 seed the Saints, number 2 seed the Eagles, number 3 seed the Seahawks, number 4 seed the Packers. Those are your division winners. Wild card 5 Cowboys, 6 Buccaneers, and 7 Vikings. The first 2 teams out are the Niners at 10-6 and the Cardinals at 9-7.
What world do the Niners not get in now?
I hate to tell you, but the Niners will be in the playoffs.
Yeah, I know they will.
Wait, y'all did the
Yeah, we predicted the South and West last week.
The problem with this is that look at Dallas and the Eagles record. That's the problem with this.
I don't know what y'all did.
So high.
Yeah, but y'all had.
We had the Eagles and the Cowboys sweeping the NFC West. That's why it's kind of high.
Y'all got Eagles number 2.
I'm trying to tell y'all, I don't agree, bro. It ain't my list.
I think the Eagles are good, but not the Cowboys that good.
So who would you replace the Niners with?
The Eagles and Cowboys.
The Cowboys.
Both of them not going.
One of them might go. Eagles might slip in.
Both
have. I think Minnesota doesn't make it.
That's possible too. Eagles, Vikings, Minnesota. Eagles, Cowboys, Minnesota. But the thing is, like, the West is sending 2, and the South is sending 2. So I don't understand. Yeah, that's just.
Well,
leave one spot.
Well, those were our NFC North and NFC conference predictions. Thank you for tuning in. These aren't my predictions though. This is like who majority rule kind of thing.
That Eagles one is tripping me. That shit crazy.
You say you want to do the Jaguars, Derek, or are you cool?
No, I definitely want to do the Jaguars real quick.
Bet. Go to the division. Switch this over to this side. Jaguars.
Actually, coach me because they 3-1, and I want to see what the deal is.
Week 1, Colts versus Jaguars. I like
Colts.
Colts to win that game.
Dang, the Colts really gonna have a 10+ win season.
Week 3, Colts versus Jets. I like the Colts.
What's up with your disrespect for the Colts?
Yeah,
I want to see who they play, but I don't think they will beat Green Bay. I'm sorry.
Week 5, Colts versus Browns. I think
Browns.
lean towards the Browns. Am I
Correct.
correct?
The Colts. That is a CBS game where Phillip Rivers balls out and he's talking trash. Give me the Colts.
This is at 4:25. Romo and Nets might be on the call. We don't know.
Give me Colts.
Browns.
Browns.
Okay, we're gonna do the Browns. Week 6, Bengals versus Colts. I will
Go
look.
Burrow!
I will look
Yeah,
you dead in
Bengals.
camera, Derek. You better not say the Bengals.
Go Burrow!
The Colts. Are y'all serious?
Nah, man, the Colts gonna win. Joe Burrow!
Okay, week 9, Ravens versus Colts. I do think this game will be close.
Ravens.
But I'm gonna pick Ravens, but I do think this game will be close.
Ravens. Off the bye, Ravens.
Yeah, and Thursday night, Colts versus Titans. I'll take the Titans on Thursday night.
Yeah, give me the Titans that game.
Okay, week 12. After they shocked the world and beat the Packers, they see the Titans again.
Colts.
Okay, week 13, Colts at Texans. I think these two teams will split.
I think they take one in Houston. I think they win in Houston.
Okay, they're riding hot. Week
Colts.
14 versus they go to Vegas.
You been beating them boys for how long, Colts?
Yeah. Oh nah. Yeah, give me the Colts.
And then we got the Texans beating them. Week 16 in Pittsburgh. We do not know the weather conditions. We do not know the weather conditions. I'm going Pittsburgh. Even if it snows.
Phillip Rivers not worried about that.
Huh?
He was trying to shine the LA for.
Phillip Rivers didn't play piss poor on Sunday Night Football against them last year.
That is true.
Where was it?
In San Diego.
No, that was in San Diego. Remember, they were like, "Here we go,
LA?
Steelers." Yeah, LA. Same thing.
They had no fans.
Damn, me.
And the Steelers have a top 5 fan base.
Redemption.
I like Pittsburgh. James, what you got?
I go Pittsburgh.
And week 17, Jaguars versus Colts. I think the Colts win this soundly. And we have the Colts at 10-6.
That's fair. I think he makes them a 10-6.
Yeah,
That's good with that conference.
I think 10-6 wins this division. I think the Colts will make it out of the AFC.
They have a pie schedule, but this shit.
Yeah, it's not a good hard schedule. It's excluding the Browns and Ravens, to be honest.
Yeah. And that Bears game is tricky too. So, but
let me get my Jags. Nope, one more. Jags. I gotta see it.
Okay, Jaguars. Week 2 at Titans.
Titans.
Week 3.
I think they beat Dolphins.
If Tua playing, they don't win. If he's not playing, the Jags win.
Jaguars.
Jags either way.
Yeah.
Okay. Jaguars versus Bengals.
Bengals.
Give me the Bengals.
I think Bengals win this. I think Joe Burrow gets his first win. Well, I don't know their schedule, but I think he gets the win here. Jaguars at Texans. I think the Texans.
Texans.
Okay. Jaguars at Chargers. I think the Jaguars.
Chargers.
No, give me the Chargers. I'm tripping. Give me the Chargers.
Give me the Chargers.
Texans at Jaguars. I think this game will be close, but Texans find a way.
I think the Jags win because the Jags be getting close to beating them. I think the Jags win.
Yeah, I think the Texans are Jags.
Texas.
Steelers versus Jags. I like the
Steelers.
Browns versus Jags. I like the
Browns.
Titans versus Jags. I like the Titans.
Oh, Titans.
And we like Baltimore.
Ravens, yeah.
And we have the Jaguars at 2-14.
Damn, they only won 2 games?
I have to see them winning 3, bro. I think they could split with the Texans, to be honest. Because they play them close every time. That's the one division team they do well with.
Gotcha. Last thing I got before we get to music. The National Basketball Association is returning July 31st. Sit down, relax, and listen to my soothing voice as I read you the details. What you looking at?
You talking about soothing voice?
All right. Hold on. Okay. You ready? There, look at this man.
I saw him. I felt that. I felt that. I felt that.
Look.
I felt that. I felt that.
Look what he got on.
I felt that.
He threw on a Lakers jersey.
Cool.
He threw on a Lakers jersey.
I felt that. I felt
Okay.
that for real.
22 teams will go to Disney World in Orlando to finish off the season from July 31st to October 12th. They'll each play 8 regular season games to figure out final seeding before the playoffs start. The 16 current playoff teams will be joined by the Pelicans, the Trailblazers, the Suns, the Kings, and Spurs out of the West, and the Wizards out of the East as those squads try to catch the number 8 seeds. If a number 8 seed is up by 4 games or more at the end of the regular season, they earn the final playoff spot. If not, that unlocks a play-in tournament between number 8 and number 9. The number 8 seed will only need to win 1 tourney game, while the number 9 seed will need 2 victories to grab the postseason berth. Teams will start practicing locally in July before a full Orlando training camp ahead of the season restart. Players will receive daily coronavirus testing and be required to follow social distancing protocols, but will reportedly be allowed to play golf and eat at outdoor restaurants. Guys,
Play golf and eat at outdoor restaurants.
Guys, how do we feel about NBA returning, and how do we feel about the format that they are executing?
Well, I'll go first since I can get my say out the way. It's great that the league is back. I think that's exactly what the world needs right now. In addition to that, we all know how it's going to end. I think, regardless, it's Lakers, Clippers. That's all that really matters. Everybody wants to see it. Everybody else, we can get the buzzer beaters and the great, matchups. But at the end of the day, we're dying to see Lakers versus Clippers
in the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah.
Jace, you threw on the Lakers jersey. What would you like to say?
Obviously the Lakers will win the championship. But I feel like they're trying to give the 8 seed up. Who are the 8 seeds like? Who's the 8 seed like as we just talk right now? Who's the 8 seed right
Currently, the 8th seed in the West is the Memphis Grizzlies, and the 8th seed in the East is the Orlando Magic.
Is the Pelicans, did they get invited?
Yes.
Yeah,
Pelicans, Blazers, Spurs, Kings, Suns.
Those teams can potentially take the Grizzlies in the – well, I think they're reseeding.
Yeah, I think they are too.
I think the 8 games they play will determine the way the seeding falls.
I think that's used because they said they invited those teams because they were 6 games back from the 8th seed. So the 8 games, because I think they're going to play each other in those 8 games, and that can mess up the seeding.
I feel like the Eastern Conference is already locked in.
It added 9 teams over there, so it's the Wizards and the Nets. The Wizards was the 9th seed, and they got a chance to make it.
Yeah, the Wizards are the only team.
Yeah. I feel like I said, I feel like the Eastern Conference is already locked in. I feel like it's all about the Western.
The Wizards can sneak in.
The Wizards get in?
I think the Wizards could get in.
Is there a possibility that John Wall plays?
Are they like 5-6 games back?
They're at least 6 games back. But the 8 games, if let's say the Magic lose like 6 out of 8 games, and Wizards going to run. That's when the play-in tournament kicks in.
Yeah, that's definitely not going to happen. But like I said, Eastern is locked in. This is all for the West to see who's going to go against the Lakers and lose, who's going to go against the Clippers and lose. And
they 5.5 games back, but I don't think I don't know how it works.
And they said no. I said if an 8th seed is up by 4 games or more, they earn the final spot. But if not, that's when the playoff tournament kicks in.
They 5.5 games back. All they got to do is win.
So
to be 4 games back, and then they can play.
The play-in tournament is all the missed games they're missing as a result because they didn't finish the season.
So Washington
can be back 3 games or 2 games,
and then they got to play the Magic because the Magic is Boston. Number 1 is Milwaukee, Toronto, Boston. They clinched. Miami is 4, Indiana 5, Philly 6, Brooklyn 7, Orlando 8, Washington 9. The 3 teams that could potentially fall out realistically, because it's Brooklyn, Orlando, Washington. That's the 3 fighting. Because Brooklyn only a half game ahead of Orlando, and then they 5.5 games back from Washington 5.5 games back from Orlando, and 6 total from the Nets. Whereas in the East, in the West, Lakers clinch. The only people that really could miss is that AC. Dallas 11 games back from the top, and then Memphis 18 games back. So Dallas not gonna lose all 7 games. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I see what you're like. Portland,
So
and
Memphis, Portland, New Orleans, Sacramento, San Antonio, and Phoenix all fighting for that one
Memphis.
spot.
Portland only 3 games back, so
Portland 3.5 back. Pelicans 3.5 back.
Yeah.
Sacramento 3.5 back. San Antonio 4 back.
That's an auto tournament right there.
Phoenix 6 back.
Jesus
so
Christ.
That 8 spot.
I want it for Ja. I want Ja to get in.
Do we see a play-in tournament?
Yes, you're gonna see one.
Only in the West or both?
You're gonna see one in both.
Hey, now if my Zion get AC,
the Lakers gonna still crush on them, but it'll be fun to watch.
Yeah, but it'll be nice to look. Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie, that they want to sell, bro. Let me tell you something. NBA want to make some money. They let Zion, BI and Lonzo go back to LA.
I might make a trip up there.
Well, they're gonna be in Orlando, not back there.
I might.
You're right. That takes all the fun out. It's not the same. It's not gonna be the same.
I forgot about the ass. Dang. Oh yeah, okay. Last podcast I said, you know how on March Madness in the NCAA tournament that there's always a Cinderella team that gets hot and momentum goes to the Final Four, right?
Right.
If there's a play-in tournament or even with these 8 games, do you guys see a team that can get hot after the long break due to the coronavirus that can get hot and potentially not win a championship but make it to the conference finals?
Like they're like the top 8 in each conference?
Yes. Like whenever the playoff teams are set, do you think like one of the lower teams 5 through 8 can make a deep run, Cinderella run into like the conference finals? Either conference.
Houston, maybe.
H-Town, we up.
If James Harden know how to act right, yeah. Portland, if they get in, I can see Dame going crazy and CJ going crazy.
But do you think they would make it to the conference finals if they have? Which 5 through 8 seed has the chance to make it to the conference finals?
Highest chance would be probably Houston.
I'd take Portland just because they went to the conference finals last year. So
I think Portland can definitely make it there, but I feel like Houston has a higher chance because they're so higher seeded. So,
well, without a man,
which team? What?
Without a big man, that is very true.
Who don't have a big man?
The Rockets.
Oh, okay. I said, you know how as due to the coronavirus, there's been this long period of break, and when the season starts, do you see a team 5 through 8 in seeding can make a Cinderella run and make it possibly to the conference finals?
5 through 8.
Yeah. So that's like if the Pelicans go in over the Grizzlies and they make a run like that.
The Mavericks can beat a lot of people.
Mavericks can definitely beat a lot of people.
The Mavericks can beat a lot of people. The Rockets have the star power to beat anybody, but they don't have the big man when it comes down to playing. When they play the Lakers and the Clippers and that no big man thing, it's BBQ chicken. But Dallas, like off the strength, if Kristaps and Luka coming out with 30 piece each,
Luka gonna get his regardless.
Wow, look how Cut switch up about Luka, man.
No.
You say he was over.
Oh, I said since he was.
I don't know what that means.
I said.
Damon, Jace.
Yo.
You guys weren't here last podcast when we discussed this. I asked, do you guys think whoever wins MVP, Rookie of the Year, etc., and the NBA championship, will it be tainted because the season was not fully played due to the coronavirus?
No matter what happens for the rest of the league, everything's going to be tainted. A championship, the teams that make it to the conference finals, a series.
All that.
Yeah, it's all going to be tainted. But for us who are going to enjoy it, we're going to enjoy it. And I'm going to take it as it is because I think it makes it even more impressive that you sat out, you came back, you resumed your play as an elite athlete, got back into your bag. So these are guys who haven't been in the gym, haven't been able to get up shots and stuff like that.
We've been in the gym. Not playing.
Well, allegedly not being in the gym.
I feel like especially if Bron makes it to the finals and he actually wins, oh yeah, like they're not gonna give him no respect for that at all because it's Bron.
In my debate, like LeBron, if I was to debate LeBron is the GOAT, like you took 3 months off
during a worldwide pandemic, like a deadly pandemic,
and came back and won the championship. That is more impressive to me in itself than I can name anything. So
it is, but I just feel like people are gonna find a way to like just say like, he trying to work on his body or something like that, like just something like that. Some like
I agree. I told Alton that I think people that do the GOAT debate all the time, the best player in the NBA all the time, or just haters will hate on this ring because it's not like everybody in NBA is dealing with this. It's not just one team. Or one team is not affected by it. Everyone's dealing with it. And it's still the same teams that were originally going to be there in the first place. I know they'll bring up that, they had momentum, they had team chemistry, it was ruined. But so the Lakers, their team chemistry may have been strained due to this. So in my eyes, it will not be tainted. This is something like Damon said, this is what the world needs.
Yeah, and you're playing with no fans, and you're playing at somewhere you've never played before in Disney.
Yeah, it's a neutral site. Like nobody, like when they do point spreads, like for the NFL, the home team usually gets the 3 points, but now it's on a neutral field. Like the spread might be even, or just who they think is better. Right. So like what Damon said, this is what the world needs. I think the world needs a distraction, but they still need to, like what we talked about prior when we first started that. Still work on the injustices that are occurring in this country. I think they will honor I think the NBA players will honor and protest even during their games because I know you say this. I'm just kind of a tangent, but Derek, I know you say how the NBA is more progressive than the NFL, right? But they still require the players to stand during the national anthem. I know they lock arms and things like that, but when Kaepernick was kneeling, I didn't see it for like an NBA player take a knee because they had already made a rule that players have to, like, they are required to stand up.
Right.
But I do think the NBA players will protest in some fashion, peaceful protest in some fashion.
I could definitely see Bron taking a knee during the because nobody gonna tell Bron what to do. Like it's Bron, like he is the NBA, so. Like I see him taking a knee, and then everybody else follows suit. So,
yeah, I wouldn't be surprised he already planned it out.
Yeah,
they're not gonna mess with them, bro. Like
like it's Bron. Like
they can't really like at this point. It is what it is. Like
it is what it is.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
If Bron started, because Bron, like, he's the biggest, like, he's one of the biggest voices to talk about the injustice and stuff like that. So I feel like they really can't even say nothing to him if they do it. So.
Last thing, but unless you guys have anything about the NBA, Adam Silver was on TNT. I don't know if he said it on there or not, but it came out that Woj reported that some of the head coaches that are like high risk won't be able to like coach during the games, and Alvin Gentry and I forgot somebody's other high risk head coach, but they didn't, because they would say they're going to require them to wear a mask, but if you're not high risk, you don't have to wear a mask. So it's something like the rules were getting sticky around that about how coaches have to be high risk coaches have to be during COVID-19. I just want to get you guys' thoughts on that.
It's all a risk.
Yeah.
If you feel like you got a chance to like put yourself at risk, you probably shouldn't do it.
So wait, is Donovan Mitchell gonna be able to play? And Rudy Gobert and all them boys?
Yeah.
Yeah, they healed.
They cleared.
They cleared, yeah.
Okay.
They tested positive. I mean, negative. Well, that's all I got for sports. Cut. You take it away.
New music. Not many people dropped in honor of George Floyd. Rest in peace. Boosie pushed his album back. G-Eazy pushed his album back. They did the Blackout Tuesday. A lot of people nobody dropped music on Tuesday, which I thought was stupid because nobody drops on Tuesday anyway.
I ain't dropped the deluxe.
For Run the Jewels dropped. I never listened to them, but they real popular. Who else dropped? Flatbush Zombies. Y'all probably don't listen to it. Meek Mill dropped a song called Other Side of America. I ain't listened yet. I heard it's real good. Seen a lot of tweets about it. Sleepy Hollow and Video Foreign dropped something. 2020 Rides. How many times the song Trey Songz dropped? Yeah, that's pretty much it on my end. I didn't see too much new music. However, this year has been a pretty great one for music. So my top 5, no debate, and it's top 5 albums of the year so far. Since we had that.
Top five.
We doing hip hop or like just
Anything.
Projects.
project?
Five.
Well, albums, mixtapes, same thing.
I'll go first. I got mine, so y'all can go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and give you my honorable mention. Dark Lane Demo Tapes by Drake. It's really been riding. It's been growing on me lately. Number 5, Circles, Mac Miller. Number 4, After Hours Deluxe, The Weeknd. I know, number 4. That's kind of shocking. Number 3, EA Deluxe, Uzi. Number 2, It's Only Weed, Bro, by Wiz. You know, that's my guy. 15-minute little tape. Does me solid. Number 1, that's year. That's 2 years, I think, in rapping a long time. Lil Baby, My Turn Deluxe. And he came back and put We Paid on there after the album went crazy. That might be the song of the year. That's my top 5.
Song of the year. Next.
Go, bro.
All right, hold on. I ain't got mine ready yet.
All right, I'll go. All right, so if we're doing honorable mention, I'm gonna go Brent Fayez, what's it called? F the World.
Yes. Who are you? I'm messing with you.
Oh, Jay. Ooh, Jay.
Number 5, okay. I gotta put Young Boy in there, okay.
I knew you were gonna find a way to sneak him in there.
Young Boy in there, okay. Still stepping, all right. Not 38 Baby 2. No, we're not going with that one.
Why you don't like that one? But I like that one more.
I like it, but it's not better than Still Flexing and Still Stepping.
I think it is.
Nah, not at all.
Nah.
Number 4. This one's kind of hard, but I'm gonna go Gunna. Number 4. I like Gunna's project. Number 3, I'm going Future. High Off Life. Number 2. I'm going Uzi. And then 1, I'm going Baby.
Dang, bro, you ain't got The Weeknd in there. You ain't got Mac in there. You don't. Hey, Jace don't let nobody in, bro. Don't let nobody in.
I ain't gonna lie, man. The Weeknd's behind Brent. I don't know. I just like Brent's more though.
I feel you.
Yeah.
And Guy that had a good take too. Little Guy that had a good take, but I'm not adding him top 5.
People don't listen to guys.
That's why I'm not gonna add him to top 5 because people not gonna really they're not gonna really know him. So
this is the first time I'm gonna have to cheat y'all. I had to do a top 10 because I'm enjoying this year.
Always do this. He's talking about this the first time.
Find a way to put Mo. Let me go before you.
Yeah, you go ahead first. Because I ingested a lot of music this year.
All right. My top 5 albums of this year so far.
What's your honorable mention?
No honorable mention.
Ooh.
Oh, wait. Okay, I do have honorable mention. Honorable mention, I have Wanna by Gunna. Shout out Maul and Cut for putting me on to that Met Gala ride. So honorable mention, Wanna. Number 5, Meet the Woo 2. Rest in peace, Pop Smoke. Number 4, Slime and B, Chris Brown and Young Thug. Number 3. Let me check the list. Heaven and Hell, Don Toliver. I really like that album. Number 2, Eternal Take and Lil Uzi Vert versus the World 2. I count those as the same project. And number 1, Circles by Mac Miller.
Wait, Baby, now your top 5?
Oh, you know I'm listening to that, man.
What was your 5?
What you said, Derek?
We'll do it again. Your 5 again.
Honorable mention, Wanna. Number 5, Meet the
Woo 2.
Yeah, Meet the Woo 2. Number 4, Slime and B. Number 3, Heaven and Hell. Number 2, Eternal Take / Lil Uzi Vert versus the World 2. And number 1, Circles, Mac Miller.
All right. I know y'all probably mad at me for doing this, but I don't care. All right. My top 2, I got 2 honorable mention. Don Toliver, Heaven and Hell, and Meet the Woo 2. My number 10 is Jack Boy. Number 9, Dark Lane demo tapes. 8, Circles. 7, Slime and B. 6, A Love Letter to You 4 Deluxe.
Mm-hmm. That's not 2020.
It did. That's what he said.
Came out in 2020. Fair.
Yeah. 5, Pray for Love by Rod Wave. 4, My Turn Deluxe by Lil Baby. 3, I got Wanna. I love the Wanna album. 2, I got Eternal Take, and 1, I got After Hours by The Weeknd. That's my top 10.
So, if we were to add points, we as a unit would say Uzi had the album of the year.
Yeah, probably.
Hip hop album.
Points wise, but Baby.
I wasn't mad at him, but Lil Baby album is like
Baby got the album.
Lil Baby wanna and Lil Baby Gunna and Uzi could fight for that right now.
Baby got that. Baby got the song of the year on his.
Yeah. Verse of the year, song of the year.
I mean, but y'all can't do Uzi like that because Uzi got what's the one on there? That Kobe. That Kobe.
Now we paid.
You put Uzi on his album. Baby ain't on Uzi album. So you got everything you need. You got everything you need on Baby album.
I think Slime and B is also slept on. I think Good Intentions was a decent honorable mention to have.
Who are we looking forward to for this next album?
Shout out Polo G. Polo G album hard.
Ooh,
Polo G album is
wrong.
hard.
Lil Durk album is good.
I forgot about Dirk. Dirk ain't got no skips.
Good.
Dirk ain't got no skips.
Yeah, Dirk, I know. I listened to it the other day. I said, "Wow."
That boy Demond revised his list. I can see it.
Lil Durk album top 5.
I don't know if y'all listen Moneybagg Yo. His album was hard too.
I've listened to a couple songs, but I haven't listened to the whole thing.
Lil Durk album is out. Lil Durk, just because y'all waited too. That's
it's
top,
hard.
that's
It's
top
hard
5.
to leave that out. Yeah,
That's top 5. Yeah, I can't even do him like that. Like, and in rap, he's top. I think that's top 4. The rap, but the top 4 rap albums this year, I think we could agree is Uzi, Baby, Gunna, Durk. Them 4 for sure.
Yeah.
Who are we looking forward to for the second half of the year?
Durk, because he got an album with Metro supposed to drop in 21.
I still need. I want that 21 album. What'd you say, Jace?
Doug supposed to drop, ain't he?
Yeah, I think Doug dropping something too.
Drake supposed to drop.
I want
Drake
a big.
was dropping the summer.
I want a big Sean album.
Drake was drop next month, I think.
I still want a big Sean album.
Artists, I would say Drake, Big Sean, and I don't know if Travis is gonna drop this year, but I could use it.
I'm ready.
I think Travis will drop towards the end of the year.
Yeah.
I could see some Travis dropping something
He
towards
always dropped in September, so
He always drop August, September over in that area.
Huh?
What'd you say, Jace?
I want a Rilo album.
Rilo Rodriguez.
Yes.
You saw the cover though?
It's horrible.
It's horrible.
It's like goat talk or something.
Yeah.
And he got this goat drinking the lean out the cup, and
That might be.
What you call it, bro? Have his bottom half is a goat.
Minotaur, whatever it is.
Yeah.
His bottom half is a goat. It looks so funny though. It looked funny, bro. It looked funny.
It's the worst album cover since Drip or Drown 2.
Drip or Drown 2, exactly. I don't know.
What was Drip or Drown 2 cover?
You said what?
No, I'm saying what was the cover?
That's when he was underwater. He got the umbrella.
That's not a bad cover.
That cover is horrible.
He was in the water. That's far. I think
that's the worst album.
None of covers till Wanna were horrible. Like Slime Season 3 is all over the place. Slime Season 2.
But he got a drawing on it. Bro, y'all gotta stop playing. Hey, okay, Drip Season 3 cover was a little confusing. Wanna is his best cover. But yeah, I guess I agree. That was one, yeah.
Like, you can't tell me the tape Drip or Drown was on. That's horrible. It looked like Sway Lee on there.
Yeah, he looked like Sway Lee. Yeah.
He got some bad album covers. I ain't gonna care. He got some bad. Drip or Drown 2 wasn't a good album cover either. I mean, mixtape cover.
But the music delivers, so Gunna.
I think he's literally got better each and every time though. Like, look at the progression.
Yeah. Like he went hard.
He went here, and then I don't even download Drip Season 2. I like the song on there, but I didn't like the whole thing.
One of A+. The rest of them.
One of A+. I give Drip or Drown 2 a B. I like Drip or Drown.
Drip Season 3 is the greatest he's ever came out with.
Project?
Yeah, that's the greatest he ever came out with.
I like Wanna more than that.
Oh, you crazy.
I need more time.
Man, that Met Gala, boy.
Met Gala hard.
Met Gala, Argentina, and
I got
dollars on my head.
I got a question.
He got hits. He got hits.
What's your question, Jace?
So look, 2016 or 2020?
2018.
Oh, in terms of music?
Yeah.
Based off those two options?
Yeah.
Oh, give me 2016.
I don't know yet.
Oh no.
Jace, I think it's too soon to say 2020, but I would definitely pick 2018 over 2016.
Well, 2018 was a lot of music. That's when everybody released in 2018.
What was so good about 2018?
Huh?
What was so good about 2018?
Dial-It, Astroworld, Swimming. Like almost every artist you can think of dropped in 2018. That's how 2018 was.
Yeah.
Kendrick didn't drop.
Oh, but 2016, bro. 2016 was, bro. That was a great year, bro.
Life of Pablo, Birds. That was a great year.
So you're not gonna name Views?
Views did come out.
Man, here you go, bro. You already know how I feel about it. I don't know why I think I don't like Views. I like it. I just think it was over.
Color Book, Views, Birds of Trap, Evolve.
Evolve was not good.
Jeffrey.
You didn't like this album, The High of Life.
I download the songs. When I listen to a Future project, I tend to want to like the whole project, and when I don't, I just say it's not good. I like songs though.
Jace, ain't he tripping, bro?
You tripping?
I like songs.
Hold on.
I like songs though. I download the songs. I like
Trap
songs.
Sun, Touch the Skies, bro. The one with Travis on there riding.
Solitaires, Posted with Demons.
Trillionaire hard. Trillionaire hard.
Trillionaire.
Up the River, Pray for a Key, Too Comfortable, All Bad, Outer Space Big, Life is Good, Last Name, Tycoon, Life is Good.
Bro, he only had one song that I did not like.
The songs at the end I already heard. 17 through what you call it?
17 to 21.
All right, and then I like 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. He went on a run at the end. I didn't like the first 3 songs, but maybe I'll go back and listen. Somebody said it was good.
He didn't like Trapped in the Sun, bro.
Trapped in the Sun?
He said, I hate when he rap like this. He's talking about that yellow Rari outside.
I trapped in the sun. That green Rari outside when I could have made but you crazy, bro. Oh,
Jason bringing the energy.
I gotta go look. I gotta go watch it. I gotta go listen again. Then somebody else told me that they was like, "You didn't like the first 3?" I said, "Nah, bro."
That's crazy.
First listen, I didn't.
Demond, you should have been on here when we were talking about that first YoungBoy album of the year. He was like, "That's the best album of 2020."
It was at the moment, but now everything else that came out.
Yeah, but you crazy.
Jace, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I ain't even got that.
Oh wait. Ooh, wait. Before we close out. This might be funny. Jace, who better, Baby or YoungBoy?
Okay. This is how I feel about this, okay? Right now, of course, it's Baby. Of course. He got the album of the year. He got song of the year. But their whole album, mixtape, everything, I got YoungBoy, bro. I got it.
Demond, how do you respond?
YoungBoy has never missed. Give me a song that YoungBoy missed on. Give me one.
Now, I've been told I'm not New Orleans enough for YoungBoy. So
he's not even from New Orleans. He's from Baton Rouge.
No, I'm just saying. I've been told I don't have the roots, Jace.
Okay.
But for me, when I listen to Baby, bro, like, I don't know, bro.
Walking. Don't give me. He be walking. He be walking on the beats. I swear to God, he do.
Like, I'm talking about artists, bro. Like, go look at if Baby on the Future, bro. If he on the feature, bro, it's over with. You know he running the feature. Bro said I can't even do features like that no more. I got too many.
That's not true, Lil Wayne, bro. It's okay though.
He made a Fredo Bang song hard. So
yeah, bro, that's what I said. He hopped on.
That song is hard. That song is hard.
He hopped on
I
Marlo.
downloaded that song. That song is hard.
You got folks like Baby hopping on people, and you be like, "Ooh, who is this?" And then you listen to the next song, and the next song be trash, but you be like, "I'm gonna download the Baby one now."
Yeah.
Fredo Bang first 2 songs, it was Baby and Melly. I said, "Okay." I ain't download nothing else.
Yeah, Wayne.
I like Fredo Bang on Melly's album too. Like, I don't know. I never really like dived into his music like that.
Yeah. I mean,
like, Jason, can you name me like 3 YoungBoy features that went hard this year?
What thing on? Doing D&D?
Chanel.
This year, 3 YoungBoy features.
Yeah.
The one with the Migos on it, that was hard.
Wait, Derek didn't like that song. Hold on, stop.
He didn't like that song.
I didn't listen to it. Derek said he didn't like it.
I played it for you. Out loud, Bruiser.
I'll take that
like
one off then.
Trillionaire was Fado.
Huh?
Trillionaire.
Trillionaire? Is that
Very
Trillionaire?
Trillionaire.
I got
True in the heart.
the baby, the baby. You hear Jump? I think it was Jump. What?
Bro, turn your damn sound on your computer off.
Mic check 1 2, check 1 stretch 2.
Let me give you babies.
Good.
Blindfold with Gunna.
Okay.
All right. Let me see. Then you got 3-Headed Goat. Come on, bro. Then you got. Have you heard First and the Third or Future and Marlo?
Of course.
Yeah, bro. That's all I need.
That's all you need.
Then you got that song with Stunner and the Baby where he bodied that.
Wait, we talking about period or like just in 2020?
2020, yeah. That seemed like forever ago, but it was 2020.
Yeah.
And then you got he got a song with Moneybagg Yo that went hard. Like just this year, bro, Baby been running.
I mean, Baby hops on features like that. Youngboy really don't hop on features like that.
Yeah, he's not friendly with a lot of people, but
he'll give Rich the Kid 2 features for the album.
They cool.
Like Youngboy verse would be hard, but the song I don't like it. I don't like.
Rich.
But if Baby have another year like 2020 again next year, or if he drop another one and it's like my turn, I gotta give it to Baby. Cause Youngboy tripping, he talking about he not releasing until he get his mind right. Like what you talking?
Yeah, he gonna fall off. But I think,
hey man, let that mental health matters, man.
It does. But when you continue, but like he done spoiled his fan base.
Yes, I agree.
He didn't drop like 6 times in 1 year before.
Yes, I agree.
He dropped.
He gonna fall off.
That's the thing. That's the point where you feel like you dropped too much. It is the thing is dropping too much. Like Future had that run where he dropped a lot, but it wasn't a lot when you look back on it. It was like 3 or 4 projects. Yeah. It was never 6 or then I put a song on YouTube that you might not ever heard before. Exactly. And then you listen to that. It's like he recorded a lot clearly, so he have a lot of music he's sitting on, but oversaturation is real.
Now, Jace, let me ask you real quick. Who the hardest rapper out right now?
Right now?
Last time I thought.
Nah, he asked me Baby or Young.
How's it not one of them?
It's Baby.
How's it not Baby?
It's
like,
Baby.
How's it not him?
It's dead, Baby. He be walking on the beat. I be walking on beats. Do you hear me? Yeah, like it's Baby. It's Baby.
I was just asking, bro.
Yeah,
I seen a girl tweet about his verse on the We Paid. He said he was like, if he was my baby daddy, I'd come back him too if he rapping like this.
You get 200 an occasion, like
it was like he rapping so good. He was my baby daddy, I'd come back to him too.
Hey, Jada she not stupid. She not. He gets 200 an occasion, like what she supposed to do. But yeah, Youngboy is releasing. He released 2 in 2018. He released 5 albums, bro. Like, well, projects. I don't think they were albums.
Yeah, only one was album. Was Until Death Called My Name.
Yeah.
Until Death Called My Name. That's smoke.
Hey, Youngboy 2 is the best album he had though.
Youngboy.
The best.
Yes. Definitely.
That's the one that make no sense.
I know which album that is.
No skips.
I think that's the best, but it got some bangers on there.
Yeah, it has some skips.
That's the best one, but Until Death Called My Name is like my favorite though.
Yeah, I'll take Until Death Called My Name.
I'll take that over AI Youngboy 2. AI Youngboy 2.
Yeah, I think AI Youngboy 2 is his best for mainstream. But as far as like as an artist, Until Death Called My Name was just.
I don't like Riller.
I like Riller. Oh, Riller. I like
that's my third. That's my third favorite one. Project. It goes Until Death Called My Name, AI Youngboy 2, then Riller.
Too many problems.
And for important, for respect, for loyalty. Yeah, that's up there too. Yeah. My favorite song off that project.
I hope Baby drop again though. I do hope he drop again this year, bro. Like he definitely gonna have some features on a whole bunch of albums and stuff like that. Drop.
Oh, he got Lamborghini Boys. He about to drop though. I think that might be straight.
Who?
Lamborghini Boys.
Oh yeah.
I think that might be straight. I think it's gonna be like him, Gunna, and if they do that Super Slimy 2 like they supposed to do with Future, Gunna, and Baby,
He probably gonna be on Drake. He probably gonna be on Drake album.
That'll put the world in the figure four if they drop that Super Slime 2 with all four of them.
Figure four.
Bro, if all four of them drop a project together.
He finna be on Rilo album, so I'm
sure
he's gonna have a hard verse on Rilo album too. So right, he is a hard guy.
On some Atlanta Avengers, they dropped that Super Slime 2 with all four of them on there.
Yeah, I can't wait.
That'll have it because it's like somebody's a super fan of one of them.
Yeah, this might be the best year for music. It really might be. It really might be.
Is that a podcast?
Yes, it is, sir. Wrap it up. Wrap it up then.
Is there any news breaking? Demond just came out and said his computer died.
Wrap it up then.
No, I guess not. This will conclude episode 62 of the PACT Life Podcast. Thank you for tuning in. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. We're available to you on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, and YouTube. Follow us at PACT Life Pod or PACT Life Podcast on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Beside me, we have my brother, Carter.
Cutthroat.
Below me, we have Jace. He been wanting to come on here for a minute, but the Foot Locker made him clean the whole Stokes. And we got Demond off screen coming on the camera right now. Shout out to Demond. And last but not least, shout out Mace for tuning in. Couldn't join after the share screen when we predicted the schedule. Shout out to him. And I'm your host, Bruiser Carter. Thank you for tuning in, for rocking with us, even through Zoom. We can't wait to get back in studio. Also, shout out Lil B for the time he was here. We're going to get you right, Lil B. We're going to make sure you don't experience these issues anymore so you can be back with us. It's been like a month and cut missing you. He ain't arguing with nobody in the good minute. And they're right.
Last week.
We out of here. Thank you. New PACT Life.